All right, another session started. Uh, Sort of left off. All right, well, we're generating caverns now. Thank you, what is it? Copilot for looking at their code. I looked at that code, it's like, wait a minute, this is so simple, and here I was doing some convoluted crap, but that's how it goes. Okay, got that going. So, all right, we got some code to clean up first. But, um, see, we can move through walls now, so we got to take care of that. All right, let's do that. But it does generate little rooms. I like it. Okay, let's go. All right, code we got to clean up. Now, there was one function we're not using. Where is it? Is wall tile. I don't know. Since we have a get tile at, we can use get tile at and then test for a wall or whatever we're doing. Um, I'm going to go ahead and I mean, it's a convenience function because we could do that with the get tile at and just test it, but it really doesn't hurt anything. Let's go ahead and comment it. Oh, another thing, we need to put back in those the whatchamacallits, um, the constants for the tiles. Oh, at least for those few ones that we have. So, oh, is it player? Oh, wait a minute. We don't want to do that. We don't want to initialize it until our initialization routines get there. What else do we have? A wall. I think that's it. Okay, so let's initialize it. Draw a border. We're going to use it in here. Oh, we had the border too. Border and floor. Where is that anyway? Where's the player at? All right, let's see if that's good so far. You sure we didn't mess anything up? Okay, what am I doing? Oh, I still didn't add this to a Git repository. I need to do that. Okay, it looks like that's going so far. Yay. All right. Do a restart. Does it still work? Appears to work. Okay. Oh, all right. So let's replace all those. Player. Did I miss any? I don't think so. Up here. Sure, there's a lot of floor tiles. Good grief. Everything's a floor tile. So, if you're watching this, are you making your own roguelike? This could be wall. Let's change this one just in case we end up using that. Whoops. Should we Control V? Alright, let's save. Get a good build on it. So it looks like it's still working right. Yay. Alright. You know what? I think I'll go ahead and start the Git repository. That way we can roll back if we need to. Keep track of our changes. Blah, blah. So we're in here. I don't want to put it in this whole thing. So I think, see, this is, All right, let's not be complicated. Work, see, okay, let's just make one called caverns. We're already in there. Let's see, make directory, caverns. All right, let's move caverns.star into caverns. Okie doke. Did we get everything? Except for our, well, does that vc140.pdb file go with it? I'm not sure. Oh, come on. No, we got our own PDB. Wow, it's 8 megabytes. That's the thing when you're doing a debug compile. They're a lot bigger. Okay. All right, so I think we're in that now. So let's go over here. Whoops. Yeah, so it does create the VC140, but I'm not sure if that, well, it doesn't matter. We can leave it in the other one. I don't think I ever did a debug on that other code in that other directory, so, but it doesn't matter, whatever. Um, okay, we got that. Does everything still work? Yes. Well, that's a big one there. Wow. It's making a lot bigger ones. That's another thing I wanted to, let's try this real quick. Oh, wait, back on task. Okay, so let's start our Git repository. We're in caverns. Let's go ahead and do this. You know what? I'm gonna have to have a, some of these I don't want in here. I don't want the debug build and all that. I can't remember how to, I'm gonna have to have a Git file thingy that, ah, dang it, I can't remember what it's called or how to do it. All right, let's just do this. Get in it. Yay. So we got, I do not want to commit all this crap. We want CPP, and that is it. The rest of this just changes on every single little thing, and I don't want to have to deal with that. Blah, blah. Let's do, Cameron CPP. Let's see, I don't need that. What is it? Git commit. What is it? Dash M or something like that? Yeah, let's do that. What's our message? Not really, that's it. Initial commit, yay. Okay, let's do that. All right, so we got that. We'll worry about this later because you can put a git, what's that file called? So you exclude certain types of files in it. Can't remember what it's called. Anyway, we'll come back to that later. Not a big deal. Okay, why is this red now? What did I change? Oh, it's because it's located somewhere else now. Oops. All right, open that up. We in the right one now. Yay. Okay. So we got all that. So, oh, I did want to play around with this one though. The heck is it? Where's our draw world at? Okay, right here. This 2000. What happens if we go higher? Let's say 3000. See if it makes a bigger world. There. Not really, it's about the same. Well, that one was. Huh. I guess you could kind of weight it like to the right or so to make it kind of go over there. Or maybe use 2 or 3 walkers, different areas. I'm way off task, aren't I? Okay, let's go. Come on. Let's see what 5,000 does. Well, it's definitely bigger. 5,000. Now imagine fog of war going through this, not knowing how big any of this is. Because at some point too, you'll be able to like cast spells and stuff, and maybe go through walls and. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's make it shorter because once we're testing, we don't want to test it with all this for now. Smaller. So let's do 2,000, but I think that 5,000 was optimal. Well, if it is optimal, maybe we should just keep it that way. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, what else was there? We did the constants. Change it to 5,000. What else do? Oh, we need to be able to not go through walls. That's for sure. So let me do this. Let's see. Get a good build. Talk about wide open. Woo. My coffee's getting cold. Okay. Okay, so we don't want to go through a wall, so let's see, player position. It's all in player position, really. So we got our old one, we got this, blah, blah. That equals 4. I don't imagine we would ever walk over anything else except floor. Um, All right, that's okay. This is where we actually write the player on the screen, update his position. So we need to check it in here. Um, the question is, how much work do you want to do before you actually check it? Do we want to do this, or do we actually just want to test it here? At some point, you'll have a like a spell where you could go through a wall, or maybe some kind of magical hammer, that breaks down walls, stuff like that. Um, but for now, you really need to do simplest things possible, and then grow your complexity in software, unless you absolutely know, what's coming up, and then you can throw your abstractions or whatever in there. All right, let's just do this. The simplest thing right now is going to be testing the new position. So let's do this. And then backing back out if it's a wall. Okay, so let's just look at it. Screen. Let's see, PY. Hold on, we gotta do a plus on it. Plus PY. Remember, you gotta change these again. We could just throw it into a temp. And that way we don't have to change PY or PX. Let's just do that. Matter of fact, we can just use the old value right here, and then we'll test it here. Then we got this here. I'm hungry. Oops, wall. See, now we don't have to worry about OPX because it always gets assigned in there. That's our temp. So if screen py times plus old px, now we can put this in there. Okay, where's my plus at? We can do this. So now we increment it. If it equals a wall, then we can't. I've already checked the border here, so we don't have to worry about that. Now see, you could also check it in this. Just do another and. We'll come back to that later. Of course, now we got to change our OPX back. Was it even worth using it? I don't think so. Let's don't do that. Let's just use px here. We'll increment that because it gets incremented anyway here. And if we do it here and it's not a wall, then we don't need this anymore. Because with old px, we would have had to change that back. So this is less code here. So let's do that. All right, let's test it on the right side, or going right. Well, that didn't work. Well, that broke all our code, didn't it? All right. All right. Oh, wait, what am I doing? This is the code that resets it to a floor. That's true, but if it didn't, yeah, we still gotta reset PX. Dang, I was trying to avoid resetting a bunch of stuff, but okay. Okay, there we go. So if it's not a wall, then we just do normal, and we set it the old one to a floor. Otherwise, it is a wall, and we back it back out, leave it where it was, call it a day. There. There we go. Now we can still go down, but we can't go right. Okay. Okay. So that works. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, here we go. Our good friend, the copy and paste. Okay, up. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna mess all this up anyway. Okay, right there. I don't know if I want to copy and paste. uh, so, okay, test against wall. There. Okay, this is up, so we're dealing with Y here instead of X. So we'll have this here. We're wanting to go up, so that's minus minus py times there plus px. This is wrong here. There. Gotta be really careful on the copy and paste when it comes to all this. Good grief. What do I got? PX. We're not dealing with PX. So it's a wall. We need to, what, plus plus our PY. Because we took it away here. We were successful here, so this should be right. This PX okay. Otherwise, put us back where we were. PY plus plus. Floor, so that's correct there. Minus. Go ahead and test it. Okay, we still can't go there. Okay. Okay. We can go down though. Okay, it's good. So let's do down. So this is down, so we're reversing this one. So we'll say plus plus on this. Floor, OP, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's fine. And then if it doesn't go, put it back where it was. Okay, let's check down. Make sure that works. Whoops. Okay. All right, got those working. And then we got left there. So here we are minusing x. Okay, this is correct, and then we'll add it here. Okay. Okay, good. All right, got that done. Let's go back in here real quick, get rid of that. Another one. Sure it's all working still. Blobbity blobbity. Okay. All right. All right, we cannot go through walls now. So let's go ahead and save this. We do have a, let's see, all right, let's do an add. CPP. What is it? Git commit. Is it dash M? Dash M. Let's see. Can't walk through walls. Let's see. Refactorings. The hell else did we do? I'm getting old. Refactorings. I think that's it after the initial commit. Can't walk through walls. That's the big feature anyway. Let's do that. There. All right, there. Okay, I'm gonna go get breakfast at the hotel thingy. And let's see, next on the to-do list will be, let's see. Next thing we got to do, since we can't walk through walls, so we're gonna do the status display. We got to get that working down there. All right, that's it. See you on the like, subscribe, share. See you on the next one. Oh, make a comment if you're doing your own roguelike. What you're doing it in, you know, you're using Godot or Unity or just 132 API. Tell us what you're doing. All right. See you later.